Okay. I'm gonna give you. So he's still a little wobbly. I'm gonna try to straighten that out. Let me have a 4-pound gray medicine ball, please.
好，那我
Okay.
们现在
So
针对这
again,
个问题来直接做解决啊，我们会用一些药球的模式来调整它。
the only thing I'm trying to do right now is to correct his hesitancy of using the left leg. We're going to give him. This is 2 kilos. Hold it here. You're going to do the same exercise again. On the left leg is moving, but when you go back, you slam it and then come back. Slam it and then come back.
好，接下来这个大概是2公斤左右，2 kilogram 的这个药球。那他在做这个动作的时候，把腿往后，他就要往下做一个丢球的动作，然后把那个脚收回来的时候呢，他必须要把这个球往上举，重复这个动作，把他的专注力放在球上。
Okay, all right, go. Back behind and slam it. Slam it. Wait, come back around. Here, I'm coaching him. Come around, slam, wait for it, and come back. Slam, wait for it, come back. Come back to the middle. Perfect. Reason why I did that again is I'm forcing him to think about something else using the upper body, because in soccer, you're using your whole body, not just your legs. So the legs are doing one thing, upper body is doing something else. It takes his mind off of it, and then he will build the confidence. Okay?
好，这个是我们把他的注意力转到他的上半身。即便是一个足球运动员哦，他还是用全身的力量在运动。所以，我们今天让他在做这个训练的时候，把他的注意力放在球上，而不是下半身，可以让他的大脑去忘却说他的脚有受伤的情况。
So you got to remember, sometimes they get tired, so you can't have only high-end exercises. Starts to fatigue. We're going to go back to his sport. We're going to leave the band around him, and we're going to work on some just kicking back and forth.
好，接下来你不要忘记哦，他们在训练的过程中可能会有一些疲劳，导致动作无法达到过程所以你要记得避免他的疲劳。那接下来为了要回复他的专项，所以我们让他只是轻松的这样踢球，习惯一下这个球的感觉。
So when he first injured his ACL, chances are the hips were weak and tight, so they weren't getting the feedback they need. So when I do this exercise, I don't want him to wait. I want instant reaction. Watch how we do it.
我们来看一下这个我们在足球运动员呢，他在运动的过程当中呢，他的因为受伤的关系，所以他的膝关节跟髋关节呢会比较紧绷，那我们会造成一些动作迟滞的现象所以我们在这个动作过程中，你要要求他的动作是顺畅的。
Ready? React right away. Okay, you want him to react as soon as he gets it, because if you hesitate, you can get hurt.
好，因为你要帮助他们把动作协调建立起来，让他看到球能够立即的反应，不要有任何迟疑的现象，因为如果你迟疑了，你就很容易造成受伤。
Okay, so I'm starting to progress a little bit. Remember, this is only the first week. So we're not doing a lot of jumping yet. We're going to get to that in a minute. So in soccer, a lot of kicking. So I'm going to have him be able to keep the one leg stable and the other leg delivering power. And medium weight ball, 2, 3, 4 kilos is okay. Start here. Okay, that's going to strengthen the kicking mechanism. 5 in a row.
你可以重复像刚刚那样的训练动作，然后接下来呢，我们要训练更多符合他的专项运动，一样是维持我们刚刚的原则就是一脚是稳定的，一脚是动作。然后我们用这个medicine ball， 它这个药球大概才2公斤、3公斤、4公斤都好，我们不强调它的重量，我们强调它的动作模式是顺畅的，所以我们会让他把手拿着之后，用膝盖去顶那颗球。
Go. I'm straight. I'm straight. Okay, So that's an example of starting to work on the kicking. And you see, this is really week number 1. I'm graduating. We'll get harder and faster and more difficult. In the interest of time, we can't destroy him tonight, but we're going to get some higher level stuff. Now let's check out the other side.
好，当然我们知道哈，这是我们在伤后复健康复的这个第1周。那第1周重返运动前呢，我们不希望他的这个运动强度越来越高，不然你今天晚上就会把它搞坏，然后可能就要退回去之前的阶段哦。所以我们一步一步慢慢来，这个就算是比较强的一个运动。那注意是两边都要做，两边都要做。
Okay, go. Arm straight. Look straight ahead. Look straight ahead. Focus. Focus. Face the camera. I want to show him something. Face the camera. Wait, Chester. So when he does this exercise and it's his left leg, the ball's going off to the side. That's because he's trying to keep his weight on there. Go ahead and go.
好，我们大家来看一下哦。当他今天在用左脚的时候呢，他的球会偏掉，为什么呢？因为他的这个身体呢，会想要去平衡它，产生一些代偿，所以球就会偏掉了。
Okay, so you have to look for asymmetry, the difference between the two sides. I'll do this one, this is hard. Okay, so the next one, if you want to progress to that, you work on balancing. Again, I like it on the Bosu, same exercise. Now, the bottom is unstable, so you're taking everything below the knee out of the equation. It's going to be all hip and quad. Gotta go at an angle. Same exercise. Make sure you balance on the Bosu. Full range. I am really having to use my hips and my quads to make this work. You want to try it?
好，接下来我们一样哦，增加运动的挑战性哦。我们让他单脚站在这个反过来的波触球上面。那至于我们训练的是整个动作，而不是单一的肌肉。那我们要让他整个动作能够连串起来，然后身体维持稳定，然后同时间另外一端要维持动态。
There you go. Stay up top. Stay up top. Don't touch the floor. Don't touch the floor. Okay, take a break. Let's do the other side. So now watch, compare the difference. He was pretty wobbly on the right side. Let's see what's going on the surgical side.
好，他的右脚做的其实还不错。那我们来看一下他受伤的这只左脚。
Take a break. Now, remember, I'm always evaluating. On the right leg on the Bosu, the stable side, he was really going front to back. On the surgical leg, he was going side to side. What that tells me is on the right leg, he's got some quad weakness. On the surgical leg, he's got some hip weakness. So let me go over that for a second. This is how you advance your exercise program. If it's side to side, he can't use the glute med or the hips. So you got to take a moment the next couple of days, work on hip strength because you're trying to get him to go back to his activity, but you picked up on the fact that he cannot do an exercise with the weak hips.
然后，当然我们可以发现哦，在他的左右两脚都站上去的时候，有2种不同的运动模式哦。大家可以看到那个半圆球啊，如果在他右脚站上去的时候是前后的晃动，前后的晃动呢，通常会表示说他的股四头肌是比较虚弱的。那他的左脚站上去，就是他手术脚左脚站上去的时候，它是左右侧向的移动。那左右侧向移动代表他的髋关节无力，特别是他的臀中肌跟臀大肌比较没有办法正确的施展他的力量出来。所以我们今天在做这个运动训练的同时间，其实同时间也在做一些检测。
So remember, this phase is return to sport. But during that process of return to sport, you're looking for weakness, and I just found it. Okay, so I want to work on his left hip for better control, and also VMO and total quad strength.
好，那在我们这个训练过程中哦，我们 随时随地都在做检测。当你发现了这些异状的时候，你就要立刻停下来做一些强化。这国个会强化一下它的这个左边髋关节、臀部肌肉力量，然后右侧这个股四头肌啊、内侧肌的这些强化力量。
Now, there's no pain. Like I said, there's no pain, but he has weakness. How do we address that? I need him to start running. I need to push him a little harder. So after about, this is the second week or third week, we're going to start with running in place, and he's going to land on the BOSU and stick it. Okay, that's going to force those muscles to work together. Teach all the muscles in the lower leg to work together.
好，那接下来我们要进行这个用跑步动作模式来去矫正他刚刚那个虚弱的肌肉。那这个大概在第2或第3周的时候，我们才会进行这个运动，因为它会稍微有一点点强度，稍微有一点点挑战性。
Right on top. You're aiming right here, okay? Get closer. High knee lifts. Okay. Now, did you notice when he landed on the uneven surface, the first thing he did was stand up straight? That's because he's not using the glute muscles. I'm going to coach him a little bit. Okay, when you do this, you're going to run, run, run. I'm going to put my hand here. You're going to try to touch my hand as you land.
大家可以发现当他站上去的时候呢，他的脖子会往后顶代表说他的这个臀部肌肉并没有正确的发力，所以 Greg 会给他另外一个口令就是让他等下站上去的时候呢，把手伸出来，让他去碰他的手，把他注意力转移掉。
Stay low, okay? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, jump. Boom. I'm spotting him. I'm not letting him go up. Do it again.
这同时间也可以给他一个辅助，让他不会掉下去
What he did, even though he grabbed my hand for stability, I want him not to use me as the stable part, but I needed to change the position of his head. He jumped, 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 and he looked down. That pushed him forward, okay? So try to look for everything you see. Now this time you're gonna do the same thing. My hand's gonna be there. Look towards the camera, okay?
大家可以发现他一样会把这个头放下来他会关注他的受伤的脚，所以我们要他的是把他手放上去之后呢，眼睛一样直视前方不要把注意力放在他的受伤的脚，是要看前方。
I hope everyone saw the difference. I'm going to have him do it again, and my hand's going to be near there, but he's going to get on there. You're going to stabilize for 3 seconds. Hold it. Get down lower. 1, 2, 3, and jump.
好，接下来他要自己做这个动作，然后维持3秒钟静止在这上面，然后他的手不会去扶他。
Go. Perfect. The only thing I did different was reinforce that, yes, I'm there. I changed the position of his head, and that made him balance better.
好，但我们是借由他的这个头部的这个动作模式去改善他的这个整体姿态，会让他更加稳定，而不是往前看，然后身体往前倒下去。
Okay, so now it took me roughly 1 minute to correct that. All I did was look at where he's looking. Your body will follow your head. Don't get frustrated. A lot of people, when they're injured, but they're looking to make sure they're not stepping in the wrong place, they're not changing the wrong place. You have to reinforce. Don't look down. Look straight ahead. Look up. The body's there. The floor is not going to go anywhere. I promise.
好，你必须要告诉他，你要重建他的自信心你要让他知道说，你的眼睛看向前方，看向上方、左方、前方，甚至旁边有一些干扰物，或是你要去注意他的地方，像他拿这个弹力带，你要让他知道说，这地上是很稳定的，这地上不会滑倒，不会跑掉，然后你不会因为这样子就跌倒，所以你要把注意力放在你的前方。
So after physical therapy, before he goes back to play, you have between 2 and 3 weeks. So this is week number 2. We've corrected some of the hip imbalances. We're making them more confident. You start from the beginning. And now we're going to start working on some running type of exercises. But I like to start with a regular elastic band, medium weight. Put it around his waist. Okay? And let's go this way a little bit. Let's face that way at an angle. Okay? Now, he can't see me, but he's got the resistance. Okay? Let me coach him. So you're going to do high knee lifts. When I go left, you got to shift your weight to the left. right? Keep up the high knee lifts. Okay?
好，接下来呢，我们要做这些动作的话，大概是在物理治疗师做完大概2到3周的时候，我们把运动专项性加上来。那在一开始的时候，它会使用这个弹力带会比较好控制，因为它的强度也不会太强，它随时可以做一些调整。那我们要先做的事情是重建它的这个跑步的动作模式哦，所以他等下会Greg会请他做一个跑步的动作，但是他会在各方向给他不一样的阻力。
Ready? Okay. High knee lifts, go. And what? Left. Right. Left. Forward, forward, forward. Stay there, stay there, stay there. Left. Right. And take a break. Okay, so what I just did there, his core is loaded, but he's got to go left and right while the core is loaded. That helps the knee proprioceptively understand I got to change direction, and different muscles have to contract in uniform to keep that knee stable.
好，那我们因为在后面给他一个阻力的关系哦，你会让他整个核心肌群收缩起来，维持稳定。那这时候他的这个脚呢会更加稳定，会知道说他的这个本体感觉从地上传递上来这个感觉呢，是什么？然后他还同时间他要去用他的本体感觉去控制他的左或者右。然后我先回答那个翻译的问题哦，就是他这个是物理治疗师结束后大概2到3周。好，结束后大概2到3周，不是手术后，是物理治疗师阶段结束，没有疼痛后2到3周。
Okay, now you can also work on changing directions. So that was just shifting body side to side. Now he's going to turn directions completely. Ready? Go. Left.
好，接下来你看啊，我们看身体变换方向，身体变换方向。
Go forward. Right. Middle. Okay, stop. Okay, so you're behind them. You're giving them. Give me a lighter one, Jay. You're behind them, and so he's got to stay forward. That forces the quads to work. That forces changing direction. The ankles are working. The glutes are working. Everything works together.
好，那我们会用一条比较轻的带子哦。那你可以借由这个运动去发现说它的动作模式是否正确，然后特别它转换动作模式的过程当中是不是产生任何的障碍？因为我们需要它的这个腿部肌肉力量呢，股四头肌啊、臀部肌肉力量全部协同在一起，然后完成这个跑步的动作。
Okay, now that was a high cardiovascular exercise. I like to mix it up because if you give them too much cardiovascular exercise, you're going to burn out and they can't get an effective exercise. So you want high end, lower end, and some medium too.
好，当我们在训练这个运动的时候呢，我们可以给他不同的运动程度的挑战哦。我们可以给他强一点，我们可以给他弱一点，然后我们甚至选择适中的，其实会比较好，不一定要强求非常高。
Okay. All right, so now we're going to go to a lower end exercise, not so cardiovascularly taxing, but this exercise, let's go sideways for me, please. All right, go ahead and angle right there. So this exercise, the entire left side of his body is loaded. That's the stable side. He's going to lunge forward and push up, lunge to the side and come down, go backwards and push up.
好，接下来我们是要让他的这个受伤脚、手术脚是左脚的稳定踩在地上哦。那同时间我们讲这个稳定动作稳定的这个概念，那他的这个右脚呢，它会是一个动作模式，然后同时间手部要把这个弹力带往上推。
Okay, go. Breathe. Keep it here. Always keep it here. Keep the tension the whole time. Go forward. Bring it down. To the side. Push it up. To back. Push it up. Breathe. Now, the left leg is always stable. In soccer, your arms are moving. One leg, one part of the body has to be stable so everything can move around it. Okay? Other side.
大家可以看到，他的刚左脚是完全稳定踩好在地面上哦。那他的这个足球运动模式其实也是这样子，他的可能右脚在踢球，然后身体在对抗、在旋转，眼睛在看不同的地方，但是一定有一个地方在维持稳定，就是他刚刚的左脚。
Okay, go. Check the other side. Face the camera for a second, please. Go. Stop there. On this side, he doesn't want to shift his weight. You got to make sure they do the same thing on the left as they do on the right. I noticed that early. On the right side, he shifts his weight with no problem. But he's shying away from the left side because he's still thinking, I'm not ready yet. Even though he doesn't know he's doing it, but he's doing it. Do it again.
好，那我们把这个重量稳定脚换到右脚，然后当他在转换动作模式的过程当中呢，你可以发现他刚刚那个往左边倾的动作，呢，他的身体重量并没有往左边靠过去。为什么呢？因为他下意识会去怕说他受伤的脚会再次受伤，所以我们必须去矫正他，去提醒他说，没关系，你的脚已经完全好了，你把重量放过去没有问题了。
Boom. Okay, perfect. Now, I noticed one thing. I need a mat and a foam roller, please. Now, so I've noticed, number one, he's starting to fatigue. And one of the principles is mobility before strength. So if you notice, they're not able to use both limbs together, both body parts the same way. He's starting to get tight. You don't want to work through the tightness. You want to stop and stretch.
好，那我们在训练原则当中呢，我们讲这个身体活动度在肌肉力量之前嘛，那因为这些运动训练呢，会导致他的身体才开始产生疲劳，开始产生僵硬，它左右的这个动作模式就会产生不同的障碍，就会产生不协调。所以当我们训练到一半的时候，你发现它开始疲劳了，动作开始产生障碍，我们就要做一些拉伸的动作。
Put your hip up. So he's starting to fatigue. It's okay. Bring your leg up 90 degrees. 90 degrees. Okay. Perfect. You want the hip 90 degrees, the knee at 90 degrees. You can bring the whole camera down to be great. You squeeze it down. Perfect. Can you see now? Okay. So now I know this is tight, and the tightness is affecting his performance. So we're going to stop working out for a little bit and then improve the range of motion. If you notice, I'm bringing my shoulders over my hand and I'm leaning. I'm not pushing down, just shifting my weight. Feel stretch, George?
好，这个动作呢，我们是在拉伸他的这个髋关节啊。那他这个髋关节跟膝关节维持90度的动作，那他 Greg 把他的双手放上去的时候，是用他全身的力量往下带，而不是只是用手这样推哦，是全身力量往下带。
So again, his hips are not working right, so we're starting to realize he's very tight. I'm still holding the hip in a stretch, and I'm working on rotation. Touch the floor and come back up.
我们在动作的过程当中呢，其实你也是一个评估你的手的评估哦。你可以发现说他的髋关节蛮紧绷的，所以 Greg 呢就接下来更加强化，是用那个旋转的方式打开他的髋关节的柔韧度。
Okay. 90 degrees, 90 degrees, 90 degrees. Push it up high. Okay. Remember, when you do the one side, this side's much tighter. I'm having to push a little harder to get that joint to move. So when they fatigue and they look tight, that means you have to stop and stretch them.
好，那它的左边侧呢，很明显是更加的紧绷哦。这个就要靠你的这个多年的手法感受，你才会知道。那所以我们就要用更多一点点的力气，然后去拉伸他的腿。
It's very important to maintain flexibility. If they don't have it, you can't go through the workout.
好，那我们要确保它的柔韧度是非常非常的好的，因为如果他们的柔韧度不好呢，你就会没有办法往前移动哦，没有办法往前进行你其他的训练。
Okay, now that we've stretched them, we're about a week or so away from going back to practice. We'll get on the treadmill now.
好，接下来我们完成了我们的这个拉伸动作哈，我们要到那个跑步机上面做其他的一些步行的训练。
So just start walking. So he's a soccer player, and so we've already worked on mobility. We've worked on some of the weaknesses to balance him out. Now we're going to start running. You can do this on the field also. But I really like doing it on a treadmill at first because I have more control, and then we can do it on the field. So We're going to start with a little jog. And what I'm looking for is make sure he's running normal.
好，那接下来呢，因为我们要恢复他的运动专项嘛，他是专项是什么？是那个足球运动员，所以跑步对他来说是一个非常重要的一环。那我们把它放到这个跑步机上面呢，先确认说他的跑步动作模式是正常的，是正确的，没有任何的异样。
Okay, so now we just jog normal. Now I'm looking to see how his legs are moving. He looks great. Okay, both legs are jogging normal, nothing really fast. Okay, now I'm going to slow it down a little bit. You're going to walk for me first. You're going to face me, go sideways, side steps.
But 我们在这
if you can go.
我们在这动作过程当中呢，我们可以借由不同角度的去观察，说，哎，他的跑步姿势是不是有哪边有异状，他会偏向哪一边？我们从正面看、侧面看，然后现在让他从侧向跑的模式，我们继续观察他的动作模式。
Now here's the part that's very interesting. I have him jogging sideways on the treadmill. Now I get to see both hips work, and he has to keep up with the machine. I'm going to slow it down because he's starting to get tired. Sit back. Look up. See, he already looked down. You're too close to the edge. So this does a few things. It teaches you to trust the floor, trust the treadmill. It's going to be there. It's not moving, I promise. Look straight ahead. And then you want to change directions without holding on. There you go.
好，这是非常非常重要。当我们今天在侧向跑的时候呢，你要让这个运动员重建他的自信心哦。他往侧向跑的时候，他必须要知道说，这个跑步机是稳定的，它不会一下快一下慢，它不会忽然间消失，所以你不会跌倒。你唯一要做的就是相信你的身体，相信这个跑步机。然后在这个动作模式中，不要眼睛往下看，因为眼睛往下看，你的脚呢就会更靠向那个侧面，然后你就会容易跌倒。好，当然我们在上面呢，也尽可能不要用扶手去扶，然后维持你的动态稳定。去变换你的方向。
Now he's very uncomfortable with the left leg being on the outside, being the lead leg. Okay, so how would I change that? Have him come back around, face me again, without touching, and it's much easier for you, right? Speak up, they can hear you.
好，大家可以发现哦，这是一个心理学上面的一个观察哦。当他今天在左脚放在后面的时候，他会特别担心说他的左脚掉出这个跑步机外面哦，所以他会特别的紧张哦。所以他今天换过来换右脚在后面的时候，他会感觉比较有自信，比较有安全感。
Now, you're going to turn around one more time without holding on. Now he's uncomfortable on this side, as you can see. What I'm going to do is I'm going to slow it down for him so he can walk, but I'm going to raise the incline. So now the lead leg, which is the bottom leg, is going to work harder.
好，那当我们今天想要变换一下训练动作模式，然后调整它的训练强度，而不是加快速度的时候呢，我们可以先把这个速度放慢，但是把这个坡度提升。大家可以看到它这个倾斜角度越来越高，这样也可以增加它的训练强度。
Okay. All right. Turn around, walk normal. So this is an example of how to adjust it. That left leg is still having a hard time. So what I did for him was slow it down so he's more control, but you increase the elevation. So the bottom leg, the lead leg that's outside, has to work more. And over the next few days, we're going to have, I'd have to do it for 5 to 10 minutes till the leg fatigues and just repetition.
好，那我们今天在做这个运动的时候呢，我们只是示范一下更多不同的这个脚步的训练变化哦，训练给大家参考。那他一般来说会做到大概5到10分钟，甚至会让他感觉到其实他的脚有点疲劳疲累。
In soccer, they have to run backwards too. Again, you start off on a treadmill with this, and then keep them in the middle, never touch the railings unless they're going to fall, and squat.
好，这个动作特别注意啊，有一点安全的考量，所以你要保护它，让它不要跌倒。那它在这个足球运动员当中，往后跑是非常非常常见的一个运动哦，所以你要特别注意去在跑步机上就训练它往后跑这个动作模式，它可以顺利回到运动场上。
Stand up. Okay. Squat again. So now I have him squat. I have him squat, and this is making the quads. It's working proprioception. He's trying to look down, but I'm going to remind him to look up. Okay? Turn around, walk normal.
好，我们在训练他的本体感觉哦，你要特别是往后的时候，因为他看不到后面啊。那这个时候呢，你也特别提醒他眼睛直视前方，不要往下看，因为他的身体可能会偏掉，可能会晃掉，这时候会造成不安全，造成风险性上面的提升。所以这个在这个部分呢，他身为旁边的教练员或者是康复师要特别的注意。
Okay, so this is what it looks like. I can tell everyone can see the left leg was still having trouble. You can't progress to harder exercises until you fix the weak side. Make both legs work to as close as the same as each side as possible.
好，大家可以发现哦，明显他的这个左侧呢是活动力啊、运动能力其实是没有那么好的。你可以发挥你的想象力，发挥你的创造力呢，把这个训练呢越来越加的提升，越来越加的困难，去帮助他们两边维持到一个平衡状态的发挥。
So we're running out of time, but real quick, what I would have him do after we got the left leg working better, we'd start running drills, sprinting and stopping, turn around and explode again one more time. Single leg jumps. Remember, keep him looking up or straight ahead. He's not aware that he's looking down because his brain knows that the knee is not normal and he's subconsciously trying to protect it. So work on drills to work on speed, changing directions, and also challenge him not to think about the knee as he does exercise.
好，虽然我们快要没有时间，但是我还是想跟大家分享一下该如何去强化他的单独左侧啊，特别是这个髋关节、膝关节的运动。那我们会去用这个单脚跳的模式，那你要特别注意他的身体要维持稳定，不可以跌倒，不可以往任何一边看哦，维持眼睛直视前方你必须要在他的旁边去指示他的姿势要正确，然后眼睛看得到正确，然后相信他的脚是好的。
Okay, so another important thing, very important. After the exercise, every time you have to stretch. We gave you some of the stretches earlier. They're pretty much the same. The hip mob, the quad stretch, the glute stretch. You're going to get some documents, a book that has all the stretches in them.
好，这个跟大家的训练模式可能有点不太一样哦，就是他在每一个阶段训练的过程当中，只要发现他的这个脚啊开始有点紧绷了，动作开始有点迟缓了，他就会把它抓下来说，帮助他做一些拉伸动作，就像我们刚刚示范的给大家看。所以在每一个阶段，你都要去关注你的运动员他的状态是不是好的状态哦，不要太过于疲累与紧绷。
And the last thing, they should not have any swelling. If they do, that's something you got to tell the therapist about, and you should be done about that. Okay? And then ice, if there's some swelling, it sometimes happens, just put some ice on it, it'll be better the next day.
哦，那不要紧张哦。有的时候你在训练完之后会发现说，哎，他的膝盖好像有一点肿胀哦，不要担心，你旁边有那个治疗师、康复师，你可以跟他协调。有的时候其实很简单的，你只要把这个冰块放上去，隔天它就消肿了。所以你要维持好你的训练状态哦，不要害怕，不要担心。
Okay, so now we're going to take some time to get the questions and answers, and we can go from there.
好，那接下来我们就花一点时间休息哦。我们等一下要进入我们的这个问答的环节，大家你可以把你的问题呢丢上来。